Right folks, welcome to the channel on this very cold day. It's about 1 degree and I must be mad to get out on a bike, but I wanted to do a video just to say thank you and just to sort of let you know of a positive experience that I've had with a bike dealership or a bike shop, sports bike shop in Leeds, or the company as a whole, to be fair. We quite often see reviews, don't we, about people whining when companies do something wrong. I've done it myself. If I get bad service from somebody, I will sometimes leave them feedback that might not always be very complimentary. But to cut a long story short, this year, 2022, I went down to the ABR festival, and the purpose of that was obviously to have a good weekend, but also do some off-road riding. Stupidly, while I was on the course, because of the heat that you generate, because you're sweating a bit if you're exerting yourself, as I was, you've got your visor up, which you shouldn't have, I know that, and somebody on a bike in front of me threw a pebble up and it damaged my glasses. So glasses needed replacing, a couple of £100, maybe £300, I'm not sure what they cost, but I had to get some new lenses put in, certainly the glasses I was wearing, because it had to get a big crack in it. And when you think about it, that could so easily have been avoided by me simply wearing some like motocross goggles or something of that nature. So in true fashion, the way I work, I dilly-dally about, I fart around for months. Shall I buy some, shall I not buy some, can I justify them? And in the end, Saturday just gone, I went down to the sports bike shop in Leeds and I got some Thor motocross goggles, 50 something quid. They seem to be alright, came with a couple of lenses, looked to have plenty of protection around them, looked to be well made, had a good reputation, usual bits and bats. So, cut a long story short, I bought them. Paid for them with my own money. I'm certainly not sponsored by Sports Bike Shop or anybody of that nature. I wish I was, but I'm certainly not. So, yeah, paid my money. Walked out at the store, and the goggles are in a box, and although the box isn't sealed, I'm not going to start looking at the contents of the box. But as I walked out of the store, the alarm went off from the security point at the exit, and I turned around, looked back at the chap who just served me, and he just sort of said, "Oh, it's okay," he says, "it'll just be the sticky tab on the box." And sure enough, there was like a barcode sticky security thing on the box itself. So I thought, right, no dramas. So I went home, fighting with the traffic on the way home, and it'd already taken me quite a while to get down there, because obviously we're coming up to Christmas and there's a lot of roadworks around the sports bike shop in Leeds, so it took me longer than it would normally do. But anyway, got home, got the goggles out to try them on my helmet, or with my helmet, and my wife says to me, she says, "They've still got the security tag attached to them." And sure enough, there it is on the strap within the box. It's a dirty great big, you know, the splittable plastic security tag. So I thought, bloody hell. So now I'm going to have to waste my time farting around, going back down to Leeds in rush hour traffic the following day probably, to get these sorted out. So anyway, I thought I'll ring them up, and I haven't got the number for the Leeds store. When you ring the number, you seem to get straight through to the I think it's the main head office, which is in the Lincolnshire area. So this was late on Saturday. Rang them, spoke to a guy there, very helpful, very apologetic, and online obviously they can check to see that you know, telling them the truth, that you just bought them and all this business. So he said, right, no issues. He said, I'll send you some out tonight, and he says you'll have them via DPD, you know, with DPD or via DPD tomorrow morning, Sunday. So I said, well, are you sure? Sunday delivery, you know, that's going to be a bit expensive. No problems, our mistake, we'll rectify it. So sure enough, Sunday morning, by 9:30 Sunday morning, DPD guy knocking on the door, new pair of goggles, or new pair of, well, the motocross goggles, aren't they? So that in itself is good service, but what I want to emphasise is the fact that at this point I'd paid for one set, but I'm now in possession of two. So Sportsbike shop, they didn't know me from Adam. You know, they didn't say, well, we'll send you another pair, but we're not going to send you them until you return the original ones, or anything of that nature. And I just think it's credit to them that they were willing to send me out another pair of goggles, which at the end of the day, you know, they're relying on my honesty to return the original ones. And the guy said to me, he says, you know, we'll send you a return slip via email, and in your own good time, whenever you've got a moment, drop them in at a DPD collection point. And I just thought, that is absolute cracking service. So a shout out to Sportsbike shop, really. You know, I just don't think you would get that level of service from a lot of other companies. I think the majority of them would have insisted that A, you either took it back to the shop for a refund, or alternatively they'd send you out a returns notice, and when they'd received them, then and only then would they send you out a replacement set. So yeah, that's it really. My fault originally, obviously, that my glasses got broken when I should have been using goggles, but I'll put a picture on screen now of the type of goggles I've got. By all means, if you've got a set, let me know what you think of them, leave a comment down below. But I'm hoping to use them this coming weekend, go out and do a bit of off-roading. But yeah, that's it really. So just a shout out to Sportsbike shop, absolute cracking service from them, can't fault them, highly recommend them, and that's it really, credit where it's due. So thanks for watching this very short video, or what hopefully turns out to be a very short video. Thanks for watching. Again, subscribe if you wish to do so. Have a look at my other videos, there might be something there that takes your fancy, and I'll catch up with you all on the next video. Ta-da for now.